Hi everyone, it's Debbie with BookAndBuJo, and I am here to talk about all of the books I read for HRCYED in April. Let's see if I can get another green square. Let's hope. This is kind of where I am for the bingo board right now. So let's see, I've got 2 rows completely done, and I've got 5 squares left to finish. So let's go ahead and move to my points calculator here and see where I'm at. So I'm at 1,187 points. Nice. I've earned 23 rereads, 11 DNFs, 4 triple ups, and I can short a prompt twice. Not too bad. And let's go ahead and move to the tracker. So again, filling out nicely. Let's see where we get. There's April. I read a lot of books in April. If you haven't seen, I did my April wrap up, and that showed that I read 31 books in 30 days. That was a lot. So let's look at my stats so far from the start of HRCYED until now. I've read 290 books and 95,537 pages and listened to 2,110.67 hours of audiobooks. That's a lot. Average days to read is about 4. I feel like I've been picking up some longer books, and that kind of has a couple of 1,000-page ones, some 900, 800-page books, so that's kind of made a little bit of difference there. I've also had a lot of extra rehearsal, so not reading quite as much in the day. Average rating 4.25. Excellent. I love that that keeps going up. And average pages read in a day 339, almost 340. Average hours of listening per day is almost 7.5. Crazy. So for prompts here, all the ones I've mainly been using. And then for the map, that's filling out a little bit more as well. I've got a few more spots in this area and over in here, which is great. And then for states, I got Louisiana over here, and I feel like there was one other state I got something in. But yeah, that was nice. Filling out a little bit more up there. Let's move myself over a little bit so we can see the publishers here. And again, mainly indie published books, which is great. And that is 35%, which is wonderful. A lot of Penguin lately, 14%. Public domain, 10%. Got self-published at 11%. I love that stat there. Tor, quite a few books from Tor recently, 4% there. Image Comics. Let's see what else we got. HarperCollins, quite a few there. Hachette, most of those are probably audiobooks. Same with Simon & Schuster. Blackstone Publishing, also mostly audiobooks for those. Del Rey, Orbit. There's Simon & Schuster. Macmillan, also a lot of audiobooks for them. We had Wraithmark Creative and Tantor, again, audiobooks for that. Amazon and self-published. Love it. All right, let's see. New versus reread. I do have 4% as reread and 95% new. Series just started 28%. Standalones 40%. Let's see, in progress 59%, up to publication 4%, and finished 6%. I've finished 17 series during HRCYED. I love it, and we still have 1 more month left to go. And then means read. Let's see, ebook, 25%, that makes sense. Audiobook, 30%. I do listen to a lot of audiobooks. Ebook and audiobook is 9%. Paperback, 3%. Hardcover, 5%. I do prefer hardcover. Like, I get the whole floppy paperback thing, but I would much prefer to read a hardback book. And then physical and audio is 24%. That's typically books that I get from the library, and then also I get the audiobook from the library, so that's kind of nice. Genres, again, is just the whole wide gamut of a whole bunch of stuff. Mostly fantasy, classics, mystery thriller, nonfiction, paranormal romance, historical fiction, contemporary, dystopian, horror, magical realism, mythology, high epic fantasy, quite a few of those. which makes sense as well. We got fairy tale, more horror, more literary, paranormal. Yeah, love it. Love a good mix of books. Keeps me from getting bored. Cover colors, black is taking the lead, and white and blue have now tied, and green is kind of fallen back just a little bit. I do like seeing all the different colors. It's kind of fun. Audience, so mainly adults, 63%. Middle grade is 3%, children's 1%. Makes sense. YA, 29%. There's just so many YA books. And then new adult, 3%. Publication year, all over the place. Yeah. A lot from 2025, 38 books, which makes sense for the new release prompt. 29 from 2024, 27 for 2023, 22 from 2022. That was kind of fun. And I've got 1985, we got 2012, 2016, 2013, 1982. What do we got over here? Oh yeah, there's an 1896. We've got 1320, 459, 1993, 1843. So yeah, nice wide range of publication dates. Authors, lots of them. You can see the series that I have been reading. So yeah, who we got here? Charles Dickens, C.G. Drews, Lucy Maud Montgomery for the Anne of Green Gables series I've been reading. T. King Fisher, been reading a lot of their books. A.R. Colbert, again, that was part of a series. Bengali, that's my challenge for the Challenge Yourself Square. Ali Hazelwood, who else in here? V.E. Schwab, that was the Darker Shades of Magic read-along. Also John Gwynne for the Catch-Up Book Club, and then Rochelle Mead for the Vampire Academy read-along. That was a lot of fun. And then, let's see, I think that's it for the stats in this section. Let's move myself back over and let's check out the squares and see how I'm doing. I'm super excited to find out. Okay, so for Around the World, I did finish All the White Spaces by Allie Wilkes, and that was a really good one. I did enjoy that. That one actually worked for 2 different prompts, so it does take place in Antarctica, the majority of the book anyway, at least 85% of the book, and then it also works for one of the other prompts coming up. So I completed that one. Yay! So excited. One more complete. Become the Avatar. I read Into Thin Air by John Krakauer, and this one also completed. I did make sure I found books that had the element on the cover and also in the title. And this isn't actually the cover that I had, but there are multiple covers there that worked for the Earth on the cover. And yeah, so Into Thin Air, that one was John Krakauer's trek up Mount Everest. And so that one is complete. So excited. And then we work into Queer Alphabet. So this one is where All the White Spaces also worked for transgender. And it will also work for gay as well, because there is the 2 of the side characters that are pretty prominent characters are gay in there, but then the main character is transgender. So I have one more left to read, and that one is The Deep, and that is on my TBR for May. So I should have this one complete by the end of May. New releases, I did complete up through Japanese Gothic in April by Kylie Leigh Baker. Loved it. I have no idea how I got my hands on the ARC from NetGalley, but I am so grateful that I did because I loved that book. I think that is my favorite book of the year so far. So good. And I've had quite a few 5-star reads, but I love that one. As soon as I was finished, I wanted to pick it back up again and read it again. So there we go. And then for May, I do plan on reading The Final System by Anthony Tardif. I do have that one already. It's on my Kindle, and I have it planned for my May TBR. And then I also already have my June book, which is The Quitters Club by Jessica something. And that one's also on my Kindle. And when I was looking through the Prime First Reads, I thought this said The Quilters Club, and I'm like, awesome, I should get that one because my mom would love to read that, so I could let her borrow my Kindle and read it. And then after I got it and I was looking at it, I'm like, oh, that says The Quitters Club. Well, that's all right. I have it now. I will read it. So hopefully by the end of June, I will have both of those finished. And then we move into Challenge Yourself. And I am making progress here. So I did finish Demon's Reign in April, and I finished all of the short stories, the Bengali short story in the short story or the anthologies that I had. So I just read his story, but I did read it in each of these, which was good. I did enjoy the 3 stories that were in there. And I am currently working on The Forever King. I do not yet own Blood Feud or Demon's Ruin. Those are just the conclusions to those series, so I don't have to worry about those, which is why I have them grayed out, and I'm halfway through Sky of Fire. So I technically have 2, 4, 5 books left to read, 5.5. We'll say 5.5. I have 100 pages left of this one, and I'm halfway through this one, so we'll say 5.5 left to read. I probably won't get through all of them, but with one of the secret prompts, I was able to tweak the prompt a bit. And so I decided I had to read 80%. Instead of reading all the Bengali books I own, I had to read 80% of them. So that would bring me to 14 books total. And I have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I only need to read 3 more. So if I can at least finish the Skulusan Chronicles here, that could work. But The Forever King and Demon's Rage are both on my TBR for May. So then I would just need to read 1 in June, which is great. And then I would be able to check off the box. Then lastly, we have the nonfiction challenge, which this one's already done. I just keep adding more books in here of the nonfiction ones that I read just for my own personal enjoyment. So there we go. And that's all that's left, which is amazing. So let's go ahead and go back to the bingo board real quick and see how we did. Oh, actually, first, let's go around the world. So that one was done. So I can hide that one. Become the avatar I finished, so I can hide that one. And then I just have the 3 boxes left. So let's see what that looks like. Oh, look at that. I have 3 rows totally complete and then 3 left to go. So excited. I should be able to make it. Now, I did double up on all the books that I could, and I did use some of the secret prompt helps along the way, which helped a lot. I didn't quite do like extra hard mode in doing just 1 book per prompt. Maybe I'll do that next year. We'll see. I'm just glad for my first time through that I am probably going to complete the challenge. And so if we go through the secret prompts here, so I did complete all of them, and I have talked about most of these already. Let's go up to, so January, February, March, I did finish that one. So April, I did finish, and you'll get a little spoiler. I did finish the one for May as well. So we'll go ahead and check that one off. But for April, it was a book featuring character movement on the cover or reading while exercising, and I actually did both. So I had Artemis Fowl here. Let's go ahead and make this one bigger. And lots of character movement. Look at this guy getting chucked backwards, and this guy is getting ready to like, whoo! So yeah, I did get that one done, and that one is trade a book with someone else. I have not figured out what one I'm doing for that yet, but we'll see. Maybe one of the new releases for June. And then for May, I did complete the secret prompt, which was read the last book you purchased, borrowed, or were gifted, and that could be borrowed from the library. And that one I did just finish King Sorrow, which is the latest library book that came in. I also finished Sheets, which was also the most recent book that I got from the library. And I completed both of those. So, and for this one, you can either complete a space without a book or use a book that hadn't qualified for anything. So if I need to, I could use this secret prompt for Challenge Yourself and just mark it as complete, no matter how many I finish on that. So that would be kind of fun. And I'm looking forward to seeing what June's secret prompt is going to be. So I know this is going to be kind of a short and sweet, but that's okay. I have 3 squares left. So excited. I can't wait to see you at the beginning of June to see how May's wrap-up goes. So until next time, keep planning and keep reading. Bye!